Hello. Hello everyone, I'm Mrs. Midnight. Sorry I was having problems with my audio. But hello everyone, I'm Mrs. Midnight and welcome to, if I'm counting right, the 18th part of our gameplay of Hogwarts Legacy. Let me make sure we are actually live before I do anything in the game. And if you hear an incessant meowing, that's my kitty, Waffle, that wants out. But I'm not gonna let him at the moment because it's raining cats and dogs, and as far as I know, a cold is more dangerous in a dog or in a cat. So I'm just not gonna risk it even if he gets mad at me. Okay, we have sound and we have live stream. Let me lower the volume on the TV, be right back. All right, because it was just too loud, and whomever is sending hearts, thank you, heart back to you. And without further ado, let's open our game in Hogwarts Legacy. Thank you for the hearts, and a lot of hearts back to you. Let me save just in case. I assume that was saved the last time, but better safe than sorry, right? Hi, Dan Polio, welcome to the streaming. Ow, my arms hurt. My arms are super sore because for the immigration process I need to get a bunch of vaccines. It's a huge list. And damn it, I got 4 the other day. When was it? Monday? Yesterday? And damn, my 2 arms are super sore. Yesterday, just reaching out like this to grab my can of soda was like, ah! Fortunately, it's lowered a little bit, but it's not entirely well yet.
I wonder if you might stop by the 3 broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
Right, we have a letter from Sirona.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me.
We're gonna meet Sebastian's sister.
So I look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
It is one of mine too, definitely.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
Yay! That's very good news. Oh wow, we have a gazillion letters.
Beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Huh. See here. First of all... Oh, I think I accidentally took a screenshot. Meet Sebastian is part of the main story, and so is checking with Dick. Talk to Sirona, talk to Adelaide Oaks. So I would say first we're gonna go to the recruitment room because that gives us upgrades for the Fantastic Beasts that we can later on use if we run into them outside. So yeah, let's do that first, and then we can decide what mission to pursue. How are you? How you been? I've been okay, but having a kind of a hard time physically because of the 4 vaccines I took on Monday. And the list is huge, I still have several to go, and it just feels overwhelming, you know? But well, whatever needs to be done for the immigration process has to be done, so no point on whining too much about it, but my arms hurt. How are you, by the way, Dan Polio? Hope you're having a good week so far.
Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Oh, pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howin said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can, on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area, so perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out there on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You
Definitely,
see,
let's
room
keep the
knew
Fantastic
exactly
Beasts
what you
safe.
needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where.
Well, that's definitely good news.
Come along then.
The hell? Did you see that? I was floating in the air.
Our stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect! Deke loves an outing.
Hey. So now we can start rescuing fantastic beasts. I'm glad you're okay and I hope everything goes well. I am very well and I feel better. Thank you, Dan Paul, and I'm glad that you're feeling better.
That was a
Thank you
dark
for being
time in
here.
Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh. It was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good.
I wonder what a poacher is, like a hunter perhaps?
We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the potful of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe.
Yes.
All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
All right. So we need to hold on. We need to go here and we're gonna put it on the Y.
Hello, Deke. Can you remind me how to use the knapsack?
First, get close to the beast you wish to rescue. Then, point the mouth of the bag directly at the beast and open it. The beast should go right in.
Right? We need to rescue a puffskein. Yay!
You got one!
Should we rescue the rest of them? I think they went away.
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right.
Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. By the way, guys, it's raining here, so if there's any problem with the streaming, like lagging or things like that, please let me know so I can correct it. Hope not, but it's important to know if there are any issues.
Confringo. Incendio.
Wondering since these barrels are like grabbable, what we can do exactly with them. But oh well, let's leave them alone for the time being. Nick's waiting for us. It sounds so bad. But you know, that's the name of the domestic elf. A little too high. There we go.
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here in this large tree.
Okay,
If it's
curiosity is
helpful,
killing me.
Deke
Let
has
me
seen
search
Levioso
what poacher
used to
means.
slow-flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
poacher. Oh, okay, so they are furtive hunters. Was not so far from it, but I wanted to make sure because I am curious.
What if I can't find any beasts in their usual habitat?
Beasts won't stray too far from their homes. Look nearby or simply wait a moment and they should return.
Alrighty. Any
Do you
tips for
have any
elusive
advice
beasts?
on how I can rescue more elusive beasts?
Levioso is not only helpful when rescuing flying beasts, it can also help rescue beasts that are generally hard to catch. Try using that spell the next time you encounter a small or otherwise elusive beast.
Righty.
Would you mind talking a bit more about what it was like working for your former master?
Deek's
I would
master
have
was
hated to
not
be
kind
obligated to work for
beasts,
somebody like that.
or to Deek. He saw beasts only as a source of income, to be used for potion ingredients and labor, and Deek will not say more.
I'm
But
supposed he
Deek is
abused
grateful
them.
to be at Hogwarts, where he can help care for beasts and make amends for the things his master made him do.
Then
I mean,
shall
one
go
thing is
rescue
hunting
Juggernaut.
for food,
luck.
you know, for
Deek
necessity,
will be
but for
waiting.
sport or for money in such a greedy way, I just can't. If you read this, we are dating, and when you finish reading this comment, we had broken up. It was nice while it lasted. Alright, Barrington, welcome to the streaming, but let's keep that a secret because I don't know how I'm gonna explain that to my husband. Like, hey, the good news is that I'm not with anyone else than you now. The bad news is that I was for a very brief minute. But let's see here. I think since Leviosa can help us, I'm gonna set it on the X button. And let's see if we can get the Juggernaut. Ah, itchy nose.
Leviosa.
Alright. Juggernaut rescue.
Everything's all right now.
But I suppose we'll leave the other ones be. Which conflicts me because that means only one is going to be safe and the others are still
I rescued a
exposed.
Juggernaut.
Deek hopes your Jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy.
Hopefully.
Poachers want them for their feathers and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deek knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deek will see you there.
Hey, moon calves. But I can imagine that the poachers that hunt the Juggernauts for their feathers, like tear them out with no care whatsoever, and that just pains me to see.
Hello, Deek. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
We do have one.
How did you end up at Hogwarts after working for your former master?
Deek's prior master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deek
It's too bad
was
that they don't
the
become
most
free after
fortunate
that.
one, as Deek was sent to Hogwarts. Deek's friends were not as fortunate.
That must be
I
painful
shall
to
go
know.
and find a moon calf then.
Deek will be waiting for your return.
I am a Tom. Thank you, Barrington. I see that you even erased the message. Sam Leah. Hi, Sam. How are you? Nice to see you here. Hey, Mrs. Midnight. Hey, yo, how are you? I'm good. Just my arms are super sore from the vaccines. Like doing the hug for my Midnighters is a little painful now. Thanks to the 4 vaccines. I mean, they are necessary and they have to be done, but ow. We need to go to our map to make it night. Yep, one advance to night. Get those two. French.
Levioso.
Oh shit. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry, sweetie. Didn't mean to say
I'll
that.
look after you.
Yes, we will. But it really conflicts me to think that the rest of them are still exposed because we only rescued one.
It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight.
It is.
Deke
It's very
supposes
cute.
you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Righty.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready.
Go back to the requirement room. But first, let's see what we unlocked. Oh, okay. The 3 animals. And room of requirement. All right. Rescue beasts. We need to rescue 7 more to unlock the first achievement. And let's go to Hogwarts, to the requirement room. Is it that cold? Since I live all the year between 25 to 40 degrees,
You should be proud.
I don't know how cold it gets here.
Perhaps
It's
we
not
need to show the
terribly
beast
cold,
you
but it
rescued
is
a new
raining and
home.
rain does lower the temperature. I may have to
But,
take off the sweater actually
not
because
enough room to
it's
let them
not
out
terribly
here.
hot with it,
Imagine all those
but
beasts
I think
running
I would be
amok.
more comfortable
That wouldn't
without.
do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what you
Just say hi because I still suffer from jet lag. That's why I'm awake. I'm sorry to know that, Sam. I know it's hard to adapt to the normal schedule after being on a different time zone. But I'm glad that you got a safe arrival home. And I hope you're doing good other than that. I hope you're having fun. And thank you for dropping by on the stream. It's very nice to have you here. Okay, I'm going. I just came to say hello. Take care of yourself and everyone. I'll see you in Spanish. Bye. Okay, Dan Polio, I hope you're doing good. Thank you for dropping by, and while you were here, I hope you had fun. Have a nice day, a nice night, actually, and see you tomorrow. Hope your arms get better soon. Thank you, Sam. They are better today than yesterday. Yesterday, even reaching for a can of soda was like, ah! But when I move them in certain ways, they still hurt, you know, they are sore. Bye, Dan Polio. Have a nice night. Goodbye, Barrington. Same to you. Nice night. Thank you for being here, Dan Polio. And hope you had fun. It's a
Look at
beautiful
this.
place.
It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home.
Not a half bad idea. RB. Oh, okay. Perfect. We are now in the vivarium. So cute. That way now he can fly freely. And much better than having them in cages.
Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed.
Hopefully.
I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care,
Suspect it
beasts
will
that
be
are well fed and
expensive.
groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
Right?
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom.
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways.
Huh.
Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now.
But first, let's take care of the furry babies. Oh, he looks so cute. He seems like he's winking his eye. Now let's feed him some food. There you go. Much better, right? Now where are the other two?
Revelio.
Okay, there's the puffskin. And now let's give him some food. Had I known that we could do this, I wouldn't have spent on it. The moon calf must have some fur that we can collect now, but let's see here. Yes, moon calf fur. And now we need to find the birdie. It's over there. I wonder if you can brush him, the Jobernal. Yeah, apparently you can. But is it brushing technically correct? Because I mean, he doesn't have fur, he has feathers. But definitely we can do is feed him. Eat your food, baby. I'm like with my dog and cat. Alright, so cannot fight here. But let's see if there's anything we can use on this area. We enter here. Yeah, we can. In this game you should enter anywhere you can and interact anywhere you can. Everywhere you find useful things. Do some exploration here before we leave. I think the first time I played the game, I only interacted with the creatures and then left, so. Let's see if there's anything we are missing. Like Ashwinder eggs. But it's odd that those are there having no Ashwinders. Because they don't really get far from their eggs. Now we need to exit the vivarium. Try and use the items we collected. See here the conjuring spell. Oh, Thunderbrew. All right. What potion are we missing? The majority, actually. Let's see. Making brews. And gather our plants. Oh. Didn't mean to step on them. Why doesn't it let me? Maybe we're full of it? Yeah, we are. All right. Same as with the Mandrake. We cannot collect more for now. Let's make an enchanted loom. But make it black. Right, that should be good. It's the loom to upgrade your gear. Incorporated some Juvernal Feather and Niffler Fur. We actually have things to identify. So before we do anything else, let's go ahead and do that. Play Adventurer Ensemble. I wonder if that upgrades or decreases our abilities. It increases them. But since I like it better the one we had, let's recover the appearance. Here it is. Apparently we have an improvement here. Upgrade your gear. We need to do it 3 more times. What happened? Need to hover on something else? I don't see an exclamation mark. Don't get it. Maybe lower? Oh, okay. Please damage with Incendio. Vladimir, hi, how are you doing? Thank you for showing up on the streaming. How's your week going? We at the moment are using the magic wool to upgrade our gear, our clothing gear, enchanted wool, sorry, or loom, to upgrade our clothing and give it more magical traits. Now that we are able to rescue fantastic beasts, that honestly, it makes me very much more peaceful that at least you will be safer from poachers. So now, let's grab the Adurus potion that we made. We can't make an invisibility one, but we can make Felix Felicis. See if Dick has anything else to say. No, nothing new. And we don't need him to tell us again what he just told us. I love this game. I'm fine. How are you? I love this game too. And I love this part that you learn to rescue the fantastic beasts. Because that way you can keep them safe in the vivarium instead of having them exposed to poachers and other harmful people. I am good. A little sore on the arms because I had a couple of vaccines applied to me yesterday, but good other than that. Thank you for asking, and I hope you're having fun so far. I think if I remember right that you have been before on other streamings because your username sounds familiar. But if it's the first time you say hi to me, you tell me because I have to drink on your honor. Give this a couple seconds so we can take a little more winged well potions. Those always come in handy. Unfortunately, they don't take as long to make. Two more, so we have 13. That's my lucky number, and then we can go. Pick this up. All right. Now we are ready to go. Let's take a look at the quest to know what we are gonna do now. But we already did. Add a trait to an item of clothing. Go to the magic loom for another hot second. Oh, I mean, I have the hiccups. Oh, trait, not upgrade, trait. Increase damage with Confringo. There we go.
That came out
You have
nicely.
used the enchanted
I should
loom.
show
All
Dee.
right. How long have you been playing? Well, this second round, I think so far it has been like a month, no, like 2 months, because I stream it every week on Tuesdays. But I have been playing it since the early half of this year, except that I lost my Microsoft account and had to start it over. For how long have you been playing it?
I used the
Yeah, give or
enchanted
take
loom.
like 2 months on this second
Wonderful.
round.
Will I be able to
And from the
move
beginning
even
of the
more
year if you
powerful
take
magic
into
my
account the
clothing
first
with the
time.
loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deek suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Sounds like a plan.
Can I use the loom to enhance any item of clothing?
The loom will only enhance clothing of a certain quality.
Oh, so
Deek
the low
suspects
quality
you'll
you
find
cannot
more
upgrade.
valuable clothing as you explore. Deek also knows that some of the shops in Hogsmeade can provide you with a variety of clothing for you to enhance.
All right.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Collection unlocked. Let's see what we unlocked now. Because it just stresses me to leave the exclamation marks like that. Here. Very good. But since there's a lot of practical things that you have to add to the room, I don't want to overdo. Because I feel it looks like too oversaturated if you start filling it with a bunch of stuff. Do you speak Spanish? Yes. Yes, I do speak Spanish. I actually have my channel in Spanish. It's called Señora Medianoche. Tomorrow I stream the same game, but in that channel, in case you want to follow it, you are welcome there too. Here I speak in English because it's the English channel, but if you prefer Spanish, you can write to me in Spanish and I'll translate on the spot. You talk to me in whichever of the two languages you prefer. So we can meet Sebastian at Feldcroft to go meet his sister, or we can go do some other of the missions. Talk to Adelaide Oaks that she's worried about something. We can return Demigeis's moons to Gladwin Moon, but we still don't have enough if I remember right. Talk to Sirona, talk to Imelda. I mean, to help Sirona in the 3 broomsticks, to talk to Imelda for another flying competition. The Italian kings I'm not so fan of, or follow the butterflies in the Forbidden Forest. Or attend divination class during the day. You know, since we are already in Hogwarts, we may start with that one. So, let's see where the map is showing it. What in the world? Didn't I follow the quest? Yeah, I did. Why is it not marked in the map? Astronomy, charms, Professor Fix, defense against the dark art, transfiguration. Maybe it's in a different tower. Let's see. Cloud exit, hospital wing, clock tower, coffee room. That's odd. Where is the divination classroom? Oh, there we go. Much better. Thanks for answering me. No worries. I mean, I may lose some messages here and there if the chat is very active. In the Spanish channel, it happens to me all the time because I'm blessed to have a very active community and sometimes the messages overlap with each other. But I never ignore anybody on purpose. If anything, thank you for writing to me and for being on the streaming, and I hope you're having fun so far. And friendly reminder to everyone that if you are having fun during the streaming, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up while you see me suffering because the star tries to take me down. Ooh, wait. We're doing anything?
Right now, demiguise.
Let's grab a demiguise moon and actually, let me see how many of those we have so far. 5. We need 4 more before talking to Gladwin Moon again. But for now, let's press R on the map to make it daytime. Remember that you can press R on the map and you can advance to daytime or nighttime as you need.
Get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
So we're learning divination with tarot cards. Those are interesting, but I wouldn't really believe too much that my future is written for good with those, you know, or with any kind of divinations. I suspect it would not be a class that I would really excel at. But what do you guys think? You like divination? Would you prefer that class above all others if you studied at Hogwarts? In my case, I'm very much like Hermione, like I find it as a very unprecise art. And now we are reading the tea leaves. But it's so cool that we can attend class without the uniform. What do you like most about this game? I think the graphics are very cool, the interaction with fantastic creatures, the storyline is very interesting, and it has very likable characters. One of my favorites is actually Sebastian. And also the teachers, I love the Onai, the one from Enchantments or Charms class, and Kogawa, she's my teacher crush. What about you, Vladimir? What do you like the most about this game, and anyone else in the chat? What's your favorite part about Hogwarts Legacy?
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
No, not Onai. I forgot the name of the Charms teacher, but it's not Onai. She's Onai.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now,
well, I kind of have to.
Sharpened your perception.
You're
by
mandatory.
completing my assignment. I am curious. Based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come, what do you see in your own future?
Let's see. I see triumph.
There'll be hardship, I'm sure of it, but I see triumph in the end.
A measured perception.
I kind of need to reassure myself, so definitely I see triumph.
Nothing worthwhile is ever easy, and that is why such futures are worth striving for. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things.
Thank you.
Channel your magic towards your targets.
No, you need to first lift whatever target you're aiming at with Levioso, and then use Descendo to toss them to the ground.
Habits. Now, why not practice the new spell on the tree?
Here. But where's the target that we can practice with? Oh,
Levioso. Sender. Excellent.
that's it?
I think you have it.
Very good.
Professor, do you have a moment?
Easy. What do you mean, Vladimir? Like, easy, what's your favorite part? What is it? Or what do you mean by easy?
I was wondering how you decided to teach divination.
The art of divination is an important yet often misunderstood branch of magic. Those of us who possess the sight are rare, and, as is often the case with the unique among us, we can frequently be misread, even feared. When I was granted the opportunity to teach others about my gift and the good it can do, I was most grateful.
I see.
Well, that's a good point.
Natty told me that you and she moved here from Uganda, where she had attended Wagadu.
Yes, Natsai and I both loved Uganda. and
Oh, she's
Wagadu,
her mother.
but we are happily settled here now. I had foreseen such a change, but did not know the details until it occurred. I was glad of the outcome. You would be wise to remember that the consequences of our actions are complex. And
Indeed.
so, divining what is to come is not as simple as gazing into a crystal ball or studying the bottom of a teacup.
And by the way, to all my Potterhead Midnighters, let me show off my shirt of the Deadly Hallows. Let's see. I mean, she's kind, so I don't want to be rude.
I find it truly intriguing, even if I don't fully understand it.
Intriguing. That is one word for it. And I'm certain you will come to understand many things more deeply in the days ahead. You are a student at Hogwarts, after all. It could not have escaped you that we in the Wizarding world are forever navigating the seemingly inexplicable.
Of course, Professor.
Now, I know that we both have places to be. Not because I have the sight, mind you, but because I am a professor and you are a student. I have enjoyed our conversation.
Likewise. I couldn't have this game because my PC broke down. No, I'm sorry to hear that, Vladimir. Are you going to replace it or to fix it? How bad did it break down? What happened to it? Sorry to hear that. That's always disheartening to happen. Let's talk to Adelaide. That's also here in Hogwarts. See where the map marks it. Go to the closest flue chimney. I put some silver glitter over my red lipstick, but I think from this angle it looks almost white. Like I was super pale. Did I unfollow the quest or why is it not marking it?
That's the last time I have a potion.
Revelio.
Study of Gregory the Smarty. See what this girl has in
Adelaide
mind.
Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
No, she's right, honestly.
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right.
Yeah, that's very little empathic from the
Could
Weasley
you
professor.
try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk.
Bad
He does it for
choice.
me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was
Poor
5.
girl.
Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
Yeah, let's
I'll
help
try and
her.
look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide.
Welcome.
Never been this long. I just know something's happened.
Let me see something, if there's anything else in Hogwarts that we need to do. Not for now. That's what we unlocked. It burned because water fell on it. Oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear that. That happened to my last computer. I was drinking tea, I moved my wrist the wrong way and all the tea spilled on it and it died on me. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's just so disheartening when devices that die that way. And you know what? Let me make it night, so if we run into any demiguise statues, we will actually see them.
I hope Adelaide's Uncle Roland is all right. She seems very worried. Adelaide
I hope
mentioned
so
her
too,
uncle's
but I
camp
do
may be near
suspect that he will actually
past
be
the
in
river.
trouble. Let's not waste more time. And actually, this is a good piece of advice I could give you if you're still on the need of demiguise moons. Be sure to make it night while you are exploring, unless you need to do something on the day specifically, because that way you are more likely to find them. I mean, you can see the statues during the day, but you cannot grab the moons until it's night. And what do you know? There's a party. Can I join? Red duck to my ass.
Let's play!
A wolf animated, so you have to first kill him in his animal form, and then on the human. Oh, that hurt. And I sadly lost the ancient magic. Oh, totally forgot. Red Octo penetrates shield, so don't bother shielding. If he drops anything of interest. But no. galleons there.
Betting on the dragonflight was the best decision I've made.
Some leaping toadstool caps. I actually have some mushrooms growing in the garden here at home, and they look beautiful. Mushrooms are certainly interesting to look at, but sadly I don't know nearly as much about mushrooms to know if they are edible or not, and I don't want to risk dying poisoned. Oh, poacher. You're not gonna be harming any magical creatures.
You will fall! You'll have to fight it, then. Thought we'd forget it.
Alright, so one less thing to worry about. And there's actually some butterflies, so
Huh? There they are. She
see where
wasn't
they
making
lead
it
us.
up.
Because the good part about butterflies, not only for these secondary quests, but
Well,
also
we've
in
come
general
this
whenever
far.
you find them,
Miss Willetsey might get
is
an
that they
answer
take
about
you to
butterflies.
treasure chests. So it's always a good idea to follow them if you run into them. But I almost lost track of them. I mean, if you completely lose track of them, you can always use Rebellion in the map to show you where they are. And I think they normally will go back to their original position until you find them. Fortunately, me striking at everything under the moonlight or the sun does not scare them away.
Oh,
See?
wow. Look what we have here.
We found a treasure. Avada Kedavra for all, totally Vladimir, especially for the poachers, Avada Kedavra for all of them. Since we arrived at Spider Nest, pay the spiders a visit. Because it's also an achievement to kill spiders. If you wanna die so bad, who am I to deny it to you? There we go. Didn't see how many more we needed, but well, we'll get there in time. This nasty thingies have baby spiders on them, so they are not as hard to kill. One strike and they are done. But do kill them because they can be a pain in the butt if you don't. Don't be shy. I mean, I have a gazillion more to kill. So I will not really be focusing on that. That will happen naturally.
8 legs is simply too many.
Yes, they were. I love to jump and then land on my broom. So satisfying. Let's hear a Dugbug, I will leave him be. Because Dugbugs don't pay. And in this game, you always need galleons. Imperius, you need to burn them before being able to do anything to them. It's another one signal. Stench of the dead. I hate that that's the price you get, you know? I mean, I know it's necessary for potions, but it's like, seriously? After all that trouble, I get stench as a price? It's like very pricey to me. Before going straight to the point, I see another camp. And a Merlin's test. Or Merlin trial, so let's see what we can do here. we supposed to do with that?
Leviosa. Finger. Confringo.
Let me try something.
Incendio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
I wonder what you have to do with that. I mean, clearly levitated, but
Wingardium Leviosa.
what for? Oh, okay. I think I understand now. But how do we turn it? Well, if the view let me see what I'm doing, that would be rather helpful. It's supposed to be with the cross, but really let me move it like that.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Finger. Leviosa. Sendo.
See if I have anything else on the spell set I can use.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I mean, we have to turn it around, but doesn't quite let me do it.
Leviosa.
Okay, I'll leave that one be for now, because I need to do some research on how to actually use Wingardium Leviosa, but I'll come back to it in time.
Dinner, I'm hearing.
Sendo. Wingardium Leviosa. Finger. Confringo.
Pay for your deed.
Will I now?
Incendio.
I don't think so.
I did it. And an Ashwinder, no less.
Huh. Wonder if we maybe have to exchange them?
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
There's something here, but we cannot really take it away. Ah, well. It's because I think there's a kind of cave here. I could play this game all day. It's amazing. It is beautiful. I definitely could play it all day too, if I had the time. But sadly lately, I only play video games when I stream. I mean, here and there I might play for fun, but I rarely have too much free time for it. But when I do, this definitely is one of the ones I like the most. Remember if we've been here already? Let's see if we can climb this. Ooh, we can't. Doesn't seem to be anything of interest, but give me a second, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, I just went to check on the furry babies because sometimes the doggy will nip at the cat and I just wanted to make sure they were okay.
Could this be Mr. Oakes's campsite? And Oakes loyalists just ahead.
Seems like it. Here's a present for you. Okay, you know what? This one has me tired. We're getting rid of him. He keeps striking at us with his knives. Bye-bye to you.
What happened here?
But I think that there are still enemies marked. Are they high up? Higher up? Better said.
Revelio.
Mr. Oakes's trade journal.
Ranrock's lot agreed to meet, but I do feel a tad uneasy. They amended the request and were angry when I asked questions. I overheard some of their planning gobble dash walk. They are after my rare metal deposits that are suitable for drilling. I'm afraid of upsetting them further. They seem rather volatile, and I need this transaction to happen. Perhaps we can work a compromise? Perhaps not. Yeah.
Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him.
Oh, I'm not good with maps. And honestly, that one is a little abstract. Weaken Weld, ambush. Guess with the illusion spell. How can there be not enough space out in the open?
I should investigate.
Oof. Not good. Forgot that. The shield Protego doesn't do anything with the inferi. But now that the entrance is clear, let's see what we find here. Oh, wait. I need Lumos to get rid of the devilish. And we leveled up, so you know what? Before we continue, we have a talent point to invest. Don't worry, thank you. Thank you for the patience. Let's see, dark cards. Resto Momento has the same effect as a curse on enemies. Cursed enemies take increased damage. Flipendo has the same effect. I think better with Flipendo. I'm more likely to use that than Arresto Momentum for now. Let's view the map for a moment. I mean, it doesn't really say anything in concrete. I mean, the ruins look alike to many places in the game. Significantly increased spell damage while concealed by disillusionment. I knew it! What other collections we have? Let's go to Sirona because we have 2 things to do on the 3 broomsticks. Go to Hogsmeade for a minute. Waypoint and go to the closest flue chimney.
Ravenia.
Give me a sec, because I wanna grab that pouch of gold. I guess we cannot access it from this side, so let's go to the other side. Yeah, there we go. But it's turning into day, so let's make it night. Yes, because I want to be able to grab the Demiguise moons if I find any. And those just come when you least expect them, so that's why I prefer it to be nighttime
Oh, please.
from the start.
Have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Yes,
Hello,
I did.
Lindsay.
Well, what happened? Did you find them?
They led me into the forest and revealed a treasure.
Oh, how lovely! I'm glad you were rewarded for your efforts. Perhaps one day I'll be able to bring myself to go into the forest. For now, I'm happy simply knowing there's something so lovely to see, should I dare.
I have some flowers here and I like released some pollen on my iPad, so I had to blow it away.
Hello,
See what
Sirona.
Sirona is up to.
I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ranrock.
Are you? I suspected you and he would get along. Perhaps best I don't know details of your plans. Then I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favor for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend, Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
All right. See here. Sorry, I have to go because I have to work tomorrow. Thanks for the stream. Excellent night rest. Thank you, Vladimir. That's okay. I'm almost about to go in like a half an hour too, so no worries on that. Thank you for showing up, and I hope you had fun. Have a good night.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Right.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it.
Right?
You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
See what we can do. or Dorothy's product. Oh, I'm going the opposite way. Hey, a page.
I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are
Ooh,
smelly,
let me
you'll
get
have to
started.
work it out for yourself.
Goody. Let's have a cup of tea. That porcelain cup is beautiful. Let's do the illusion and spell. Oops. Sorry for burning up the shop. It surprises me that I'm not expelled after that. But now we have a couple galleons.
Hello there. Ready for a
See
little
what we
change
can
in
sell
fashion,
for
are
him.
we? Plenty to choose from here, so take
Not
your
really
time.
gonna buy anything because you can find clothes a lot
If I haven't
on
said it
chests
before,
and
it's a
such,
pleasure
but
doing business with you.
let's sell everything that we can use. That hat we may have to use to wear. Okay, this can go.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
That's odd. Oh, I grabbed face wear. No wonder. Oh, but it would decrease the offense, so let's sell that too.
Be sure to
Whoa,
stop
oh,
by
the
whenever
battery of
you're
my
about.
computer. Give me a second. Because we really don't want the stream to be caught by something as silly as the computer's battery. That would piss me off.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Alrighty. You know what? The water slows us down, so let's get out of it. Because sadly the character runs much faster than they swim. Hey, more galleons.
Revelio.
Oh, just an X. Guess we're still in Hogsmeade territory that it doesn't let me take out the broom. There we go.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.
Stop for a minute because there's a chest. A fedora.
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
See?
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Serona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh,
dear Sirona, a gem, has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aiden used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Oh, I do have some with me.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aiden died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aiden took ill when he was collecting hawk lumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk lumps and collect the box of letters there.
Right?
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness.
It's always good to learn more about the characters.
Almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed.
Totally. Can relate to that. I like that the story of the game here is more fluent. Yeah, I do too. I mean, the best of both worlds, you know? In English, the story flows more. In Spanish, the talk flows more. And they are both beautiful in their way. But at least here it's easier to not miss messages on the chat. Let's see here. It's a bag. See if those glasses, keep taking screenshots accidentally. See if those glasses and hat increase. Oh no, they would lower. Alright, but I want the former appearance. Here we go. In the other channel, you advance a third of here in a stream. Yeah, no, because there's much more activity in the chat, and it's hard to balance between the two. I mean, even if I go slower with the game, I prefer to reply to as many messages as possible than to have my midnighters feel ignored, you know? That complex balancing act, to say the least. More Inferius. So kid, get away from me. I hate how fast they are and how hard they strike. But fortunately, Confringo is upgraded now.
Rebellion.
See what level of lock it is. No, we can't enter yet. I see a camp. Much better.
You're the one.
Much better fight these guys than the Inferius. Alright, if you wanna die so bad, who am I to deny it? Whoops. Fortunately, it was not so close to the edge of the cliff. Well, yes, but not so deep down, you know, the vault. What the hell? What the hell did it change to the other spell set with the animal care? That could have been rather problematic. Some mongrel 4.
Thinking in terms of good and evil merely indicates a limited imagination, in my opinion.
Whomever it's speaking, I think they are higher up.
Revelio.
Oh, let's go up.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Poacher, we definitely need to get rid of him.
It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts.
Yes. Wholeheartedly agree. But I need to use my ancient magic next time I get the chance, cause I cannot gather more. And this is the cavern we actually need to explore. Horklum Hollow. Isn't the fedora better? No, I mean, you keep the stats even if you change the appearance, but I like this one better, looks more witch-like. Fedora being the former hat. Yeah, no, I do know what you're talking about, but I mean, I do keep the statistics of it, but I prefer this appearance that looks more like witch.
That's all the Horklums for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
We have been here before, actually, but I need to collect the letters.
Incendio!
Downwards?
Either I'll have to fight that troll.
We had been here before, but in the Spanish game, I suppose. Because the troll is still alive and I would have never let him escape, because he would have killed me. And of course, he smashes our hiding spots very quickly. That way we can gather the ancient magic. Whoops. To get out of there. And even though Ander Reynosa warned me about what the mountain troll does in Hogwarts Mystery, I will never get over it. Even my husband saw it and he was like, ew. ever to kill. Finally! Long enough. Some hidden leaves. But I suppose we have to take this path. The letters are actually out there. Oopsie. Dear Sirona, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess I worried that Hogwarts may not have been the proper place for me, and pondered sending an owl to my parents asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes had ended. How did you know? I presume you're not secretly a Legiments, but I wonder that you seem to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks, when you spotted me huddled in a corner staring blankly at an untouched water beer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me. Well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me how nervous you've been to come to Hogwarts, I looked at you, and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but the confident, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed in the not-magical sense. I mean everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was a thought a candle had flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose that path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightened first year witch I had been seems worlds away. And I know it's because of you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub and so generously extended yourself to her. Yours sincerely, Mirabelle. P.S. Please tell Mrs. Proto that I still plan on visiting her. And visiting her and Mr. Sprottle whenever I can for their delightful conversation and, I am unashamed to admit, her incomparable cauldron cakes. Ooh, yummy, I want one of those because they are chocolate flavored. Dear Sirona, I conjure this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether. And now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Yours sincerely, Sean. My dear Sirona, I've sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Proto for their hospitality, but felt the need to put a quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't forget how we giggled about that ridiculous gnome. He truly believed that he was singing? And Mr. Sprottle steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming of it for days. I so appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I'll go easy on you on next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most grateful yours, Philomena.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
Alright. Isn't it better to use the paralysis of Glacius to reposition instead of cancelling the stunment with another attack? I say it because it's a bad habit that you drag, and when there are several enemies, you lose that advantages from the spells that actually can be helpful for you. That's a good point. I mean, I do it like that because I've noticed that they are more vulnerable to attacks when they are frozen, but with multiple enemies it's not a half bad idea. Like freeze one and go towards the other instead of that same one. Dear Sirona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchens and asked Fenky to make your favorite, cream crowdie. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure when she got raspberries at this time of year. Genius, that Fenky. Finky, bless.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Right? Dear Mrs. Prottle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Gladrax last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bodice of my new dress. A challenge indeed, as is the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding either my hat or my head. But I adore everything that we selected, and I have you to thank for now feeling like a marvelously fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day, mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sprottle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Sirona.
I think that's everything. Sirona.
Don't you think that sometimes they overdo with the content of the letters? Yes! I thought I was the only one. Yes, totally. I don't mind reading them, but sometimes it's like, oh my god, it's too long. They become too extensive, and after reading several of them, you don't even remember what the first one said. And shortly after, you forget all that lore. I have to wholeheartedly agree. I mean, it's nice to know more about the characters and their stories and everything, but I do feel precisely that sometimes they kind of overdo. Let's see what type of enemies are here. Oh, spiders. Yay! We ignited her when she prepared to attack, and we unlocked an achievement. Oh, hello. No need to shoot at me, I'll bring you closer.
What's this? You may want to move.
See? With Glacius they take a little harder damage, or higher damage than without. But with multiple enemies I will take your advice into account because it is rather helpful. Now let's head back to the Three Broomsticks. Give Sirona. No! Hogsmeade. Waypoint. There we go. By the way, guys, the streaming is getting closer to an end. But if you have been having fun so far, don't forget to leave me your thumbs up. And I will also be streaming on Thursday, but I think I'm going to be alternating between Luigi's Mansion and Bear With Me, because I uploaded a survey to see if you wanted me to keep playing Bear With Me or play something else, since I received some comments that it's a bit tedious with Bear With Me. And the survey was almost half and half, like 60 to 40%. So I can please both sides. 1 week will be Luigi's Mansion, 1 week Bear With Me.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlic?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people.
Ray's like
We
rolling
believe
around her
experience
pillow.
to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
True.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through, well, Got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
One of the letters mentioned Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points.
Right, win by 10.
Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
No worries.
Revelio.
Wonder if there's any demiguise statues here. But before checking, I need to make it night. So there's no point on looking for the statues if it's daytime. You cannot do anything with them. Some bread.
Revelio.
There's a page marked, but I think it's outside. Alrighty. Because the content that the game has is so much that those things become almost irrelevant. Yeah, no, and when they are so extensive, you end up reading them more in autopilot than anything else just because of how much it is and how many more important stuff there are in the game. I completely agree. So, let's track the quest to speak with Imelda Reyes, and I might give it 1 or 2 tries, because I am getting a little tired, but we still have time to give it a try to compete with Imelda once more. And it's also a good opportunity to unlock a flue chimney. But we're gonna need to fly to the nearest one. That is not so near, actually. So who knows what we will find. Okay, no demiguise statues here. Oh, got stuck. It's actually super far.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Straight. It's gonna come out good at the first time. Trust yourself. Thank you, Baranton. I hope you're right. And yeah, let's trust it will be like that. The room has some upgrades done to it after all. Hopefully they will be of help. Because I do love how Albie Weeks, the character that sells the brooms in Hogsmeade, is so passionate about them and how he can improve them. I assume that enemy is a Dugbog because it's marked on the lakeshore, and I have no intention to waste time with them. But I do see several enemies marked here, so let's see if those are actually wizards. No, they are mongrels. Hear them barking. The same situation, mongrels don't pay. No demiguise statue here. But it never hurts to check. See on this one? Maybe in this house? Huh.
Revelio.
I do see some pages marked, so... There groups. I love how I run with the mug on my hand. I think it's these beehives, yes, that have the page on them, so... Alright. There must be a diving point. Yes. Yes, there is. If it's a kilometer away and besides you stop to see what's on the path, we are going to arrive in 10 minutes. Right, I know, but then again, I can't miss the opportunity to find something useful. But you know what? I'm gonna get out of here because I think it's the same place that I dived before and we already know there's nothing new there. So before we end up arriving in even more than 10 minutes, let's go back to our path.
Who lived here, I wonder?
I know what I just said, but there's trails of ancient magic here, and that is actually important.
Incendio!
Although, you know what, nah, I'll hold off on it because my ancient magic meter is full. There's no point on gathering more if it's not gonna be able to get used. Sakura T, once again watching this during lunch break. Sakura, welcome! I'm almost at the end, but I'm gonna try to defeat Imelda Reyes in a flying competition before I leave. Sorry that you're arriving so close to the end, but hopefully you're enjoying yourself so far, and it's nice to see you. It's a nice surprise to see you, even if it's at the end on the stream. How are you doing? How do you enter this place to unlock the flute chimney?
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
I would appreciate a little help, if you've a moment.
What is it? What's wrong?
Goblins! That's what. Ranrock's lot. Nasty
Glad to know I
creatures.
still have some
That must
time
be
left.
the-
Yes,
Nothing
not
safe
very
anymore.
much of it, but
I need
some
a
of it at
something.
least.
Something to protect
Because I
me from
still need to
momentum
find
again.
this girl.
Maxima potion.
Hi,
That would
Sakura,
do it.
enjoy your lunch. Yes, bon appetit. What are you eating? Make me crave. Yeah,
You're
okay.
right. The world's not safe at the moment. It's best to take precautions. Here, use it wisely.
Oh, I
That
will.
gives you peace of
You
mind.
can be sure of that. Ranrock's lot won't take me down. And I've you to thank. Please, accept this gift in exchange for your help.
Thank you. I won't say no to Thunderbrew. How far are we? Have we talked to this
Hello?
girl before?
Do you have anything for sale?
Hello. It's not often I see
I think
Hogwarts
so.
students here during the school year.
Hi, Varenton, says
I'm Priya
Sakura.
Treadwell at your service, and I sell a variety of traveling necessities.
Are you related to
No, we
Mary?
cannot actually talk
Why,
to her, I
yes,
think.
she's my wife.
Oh no, we have.
Brilliant historian. Did you know that she's
Just hard to
pursuing
distinguish
Merlin's
because
life's work?
I don't think the
And she
possible
introduced me to
dialogues
her
look
work.
different.
I'm involved in it now
Like
as well.
Oh, that's
darkened
wonderful.
or something
Then
like that to
you
know
must
that you
be
already
rather
did it.
brilliant as well. At any rate, I hope that you'll think of me whenever you find yourself in need of traveling supplies. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise.
What do you have for sale?
Well, nothing that we need at the moment, but maybe we can sell.
I didn't think I'd be the one doing the buying.
We have a fair amount
So
of
nice
galleons
of you to stop
accumulated.
by.
That's always good news. I mean, we don't urgently need them for anything right now, but it's always nice and come in handy to have them.
Here we are. Mr. Weeks wasn't wrong about the mountain views.
If it isn't the second best Slytherin.
May I remind you who won last time?
Another trial?
Of course.
Well, guys, I have to go. Tomorrow I have an exam I need to study more. Bye. Good luck, Barrington. All fingers crossed that you'll do good on your exam. Thank you for showing up, and I hope you had fun. Good luck.
Does this mean you've changed your mind about me?
Well, you're a step up from the good-for-nothings who usually challenge me. Well, they
What
sit
a
around
nasty
and
person.
hope to be the best. I put in hours of practice. No one sets records by wishing for them. And I need strong competition to stay on top of my game. Are you going to try to beat my flying record or not?
Strong competition? Could that have been a compliment, Imelda?
Go ahead, believe what you want. Makes no difference. Compliments make people soft. No one goes round telling me I did a fine job. And do I care? No.
You seem to care
say
quite
I'm
a
the
bit.
best, and that's all I need. So please, try to beat my record, 5th year, and don't be disappointed when you lose.
Bye. Good luck on your exams. Wish me luck. I have to memorize days of almost 500 years of history. Ooh, thanks. I get it. That's something I struggled with a lot. Whoa, thanks a lot. What about Sakura? And good luck, Barrington. All fingers crossed.
I'm ready to fly.
So let's give this a
Finally.
go and let's
A
hope that
decent
Barrington was
challenge.
right.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Alright. Damn it, we didn't grab the golden bubbles and that's not good. Alright, this time we did. Damn it, we passed just next to them. So close so far.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
At least 2 of them. Oh, stupid tree, get out of my way. Damn it, I missed the ring. Shit, I missed 2 rings. That's really not good.
I'd say that was acceptable.
Yeah, but missing 2 rings is very bad news. Ah, there was a Merlin trial. And it's funny that that was signaled on the map. Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna cheat. Because I just hate making you waste time watching me lose when it's obvious that it's gonna happen because of how many we've missed. Mrs. Midnight, why did you start your YouTube channel? I'm intrigued. When was it that I started? It was like 2019. I always have loved video games and I found myself talking to myself a lot while I was playing them. And at one point it first occurred to my ex-boyfriend that was my boyfriend at that time. What the hell? To start streaming, and I saw how he was enjoying it and I figured, you know what? I've always wanted to share my passion for video games and streaming seems like a very good way to do so. I mean, you connect with people that like the same video games as you can talk to them about the video game that you're playing while you're at it. So, long story short, that was what gave me the idea to begin streaming. I actually began, with my channel being bilingual. Mrs. Midnight would be both for English and for Spanish, which was a very bad idea and it took me a couple of years to realize, but well, at any rate, I started bilingual and also doing only streamings And then I did my first video about Frambeau, saying why I believe that in the game's lore, what happens to her is actually real and not just in her mind. And then I grew a passion not only for streaming video games, but also making videos about them. Shit. That's gonna hurt. And it was because of whatever obstacle I ran into.
Close, but not close enough.
Come on. And the ring doesn't count because we missed it. I mean, even if you return to it, so don't try what I did, it's completely useless. Hate when you lose control of the broom. Ah! God damn it. I mean, I said I'm not gonna make you waste time watching me lose when it's obvious that it's gonna happen because I missed 2 or 3 rings. And before going halfway through the race. 5 countries and you need to compare them? That seems really bad. Oh, the worst part is that those years of history is not about only 1 country. It's 5 and I need to compare them. Oh my god, what countries? That's nice. I hope you continue to make more videos and live streams and grow your community. Thank you, Sakura. I am going to continue making content, but I do hope the community grows more in time. I'll go back to your messages in a minute because the race started and I was not prepared.
Made it.
Yeah, at least 1. Because we missed the first 3 spears.
Now that's more like it.
Yes, definitely. Stop for a second because I was gonna miss the ring. That like well or whatever it is was what made me crash the last time that I missed a ring. Didn't grab any of the orbs. Much better. So you grab the 4 ones, you keep the turbo mode without needing to waste it with the button.
Now that's more like it. Brilliant.
All right. I missed all the orbs. Here we go.
Brilliant.
I thought I was gonna miss that one because of how low I was flying. Fortunately not. I think I did miss one. Oh, fuck. Run! Yes! Not at the first time, at the 3rd one, but there's a charm. Thank you for cheering me up for this. 5 countries and you need to compare them? That seems really bad. I hope you pass. And I don't know why is that important if my career is just chemistry. Yeah, I don't get it. Why do they make you study like the history of 5 countries and compare it in the chemical sense of things? Or in history in general? Sakura, it's that hard that the teacher allows to bring notes to make the exam. Oh, exam with open notebook seems easier, but they are usually more challenging. Oh, my teacher never lets us bring notes for exams. They usually don't. It's all Central America. It starts in Chiapas and ends in the Canal of Panama, the Panama Channel. Okay, or canal. Alright, but compare them in what sense? Why specifically Central America? I suppose has to do with the fact that Barrington is
You've
from
improved, I must
Costa
admit.
Rica,
That
but
was
I
heavily
don't know. Is that the
drunk.
case?
Be careful. Earn a reputation for talent around here, and some people get put out about it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yes, well, I am. Anyway, you didn't do abysmally. You'll not have the
I
same luck in
kicked
the
your
South this
ass.
course.
You said your reputation for talent put some people out. Like whom?
If you must know, I've had to deal with jealousy from members of our house. When we were first years, Nerida Roberts and I spent loads of time on our brooms, pledged to fly every day. As my skill on a broom grew, rapidly I might add, Nerida suddenly didn't have time for flying practice. I tried to give her pointers, but she didn't have the natural ability I did. Clearly, she was jealous. Poor thing spends all her time now dawdling by the lake, obsessed with mer people. Won't even learn to swim. I refuse
The
to
one we
downplay
helped
my
get
talents
her
to
the
coddle someone
family
else's
astronaut.
fragile ego. Anyway, I need to ready the next course. Stop by when it's ready, if you can handle it.
I'll kick your ass
We'll
too.
see, won't we? Till next time.
I half expected you to back down.
I'm glad that Belize
Rest
has
on your
not too much
laurels.
history. Yeah, no,
See
at
you at the
least
South
that.
Coast trial.
Barrington,
If
best
you'll
luck on
lose
your
your nerve.
exam. I hope everything goes well. Have the
To race
hiccups.
this course again,
And
visit
it's
the podium with the
horrible to have
leaderboard,
it
where you can
when I'm
start
saying
the race
goodbye.
and check your time.
Sakura, thank you for being here. I hope you had fun. And everyone that was around, Mrs. Midnight loves. Damn it, damn hiccups. Mrs. Midnight loves you and hopes to see you next time. Hope you had fun. Damn hiccups, I hate it.